What
With
up?
Nappy Roots.
You're listening to iHeartRadio. Keep it locked to Nappy and don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is Skin in the Ville. For me, it's an amazing experience. Just to be around your colleagues and contemporaries and still be around the fans at the same time and knowing is really tripping on, this or that. Everyone's partying, kicking it. They're not really tripping on you being a star. They just see you as a human being and a person. And for you to be able to walk around and not try to feel like a star as well. It's just those things need to happen more in my opinion in hip hop. It's just everybody can just be who they are.
I mean, we just some country boys from Kentucky, man. I mean, Nappy Roots met up in college. We never thought hip hop would take us this far, you know. So I mean, we circling around in the ocean right now on a cruise ship, about to perform tomorrow, doing interviews and panels with some of our favorite artists. And I mean, it's just, I mean, I can't explain it, I can't put it into words. I wouldn't have fathomed it, but the cool part is all our people back home is just like, man, I knew y'all belong on this cruise. They've been holding us down for so long. It's kind of good to see our name along with all these other artists performing.
If you've been to a Nappy Roots show, you know you're gonna hear some dope ass beats and some conscious Southern country boy ass lyrics. And we love to have a good time. You know, back in the day we used to pour drinks from the stage. You know, things have changed since then, since COVID. But yeah, just, you know, we bring our style and our flavor and our swag to hip hop, to the boat. So we just love everybody to appreciate us. We appreciate them.
Yeah, and I think one thing people appreciate about Nappy Roots is it's 4 MCs. So, you know, it's not the same person on stage or in the front of the stage rapping the whole hour. It's we switch it up. We all bring something different to the table. So you're getting 4 fresh verses almost every song. You know, you're getting something different from each one of us. And I think that's something that people appreciate when they see our show.
I know last night was really cool because we got to kick it with Kurupt. To me, one of the hardest MCs, period, in hip hop history. And then the fact that he's a West Coast artist as well, bro. I had so many questions that I got to ask him, but it's cool because Kurupt got a verse that be just popping in my head every now and then. You know what I'm saying? So I got to spit that to him, and he was, what did he say? He was like, "Hey man, why you do that, man? Like I don't know, like I messed him up with his own verse, but man, that was a good memory for me for sure."
I think because we're students to the game, and you know, LL Cool J rocked the bells station as well as the movement and the culture of just hip hop growing older than what it is when it started. You know, we're 50 plus now in the game as far as hip hop is concerned. And again, being around your contemporaries and just meeting them, like I'm looking at KLC from Beats by the Pound, and I turn around and Manny Fresh is right there from Cash Money. And as far as rappers from the South, those are the 2 producers that help make the South what it is now and help define what the South is, where we had something to say. And of course, you know, shout out to, you know, Organized Noise as well. I can't leave them out in regards to the equation of what makes the South what it is. But those 2 producers sitting at a table, when I went to go grab a water and they just ready to have someone just come down and spit on one of the tracks they made, it's like, when other time in the world of worlddom do you get a chance to do that? You know what I'm saying? And so that's just like, wow, this is what hip hop has, you know, done. It's what it's came to. And I think, you know, it should be able to grow exponentially from just what we've been able to, you know, witness here on our trip on this time. It's our first time out, but hopefully it won't be our last.
The swapping stories with other artists, I think that's kind of it's been something that's been real cool. Like, we was with Little Brother and they were talking about being signed to Atlantic. We was on Atlantic at the same time, even though we all had our own journeys and paths, but it's cool to be able to have a shared experience with each other. And yeah, man, that's what you get when you come on this boat, is you get to talk to your peers and you know, ask them what was your journey like versus what was ours. And I think that's always a cool thing, and hopefully, you know, more things develop after that. So
it was dope.
We love Juvie. We've been performing shows with Juvie for, you know, years and years. Outside of Cash Money, you know, it's just been Juvie and we're big fans. I mean, every time we see him, it's all love. So, shit, I would have loved if Juvie was on this boat and could have gave us a verse. You know what I'm saying? It would have been hard.
Manifested. I'm pretty sure.
You see what I just did? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man,
That was dope.
from the set list itself, it was like, oh my God, like, and I'm glad Versus is kind of coming back a little bit. You know, we had it during the pandemic, and it was like, you know, the who's who, and I feel like some things, you know, kind of died down a little bit. But the fact that they're bringing it back and they got two powerhouses, you know, and Mia X, I saw her 3 times on the boat so far, and she's so much like my older sister or auntie, but when she's on stage, she's a beast. Like, I feel like she would shoot you in the face and go eat, you know, some gumbo.
And cook you a meal.
But when you meet her, she's a sweetheart, and she's so like just soft spoken and thankful. And it's like, man, to have what she's had in her career and do what she does on stage, and still when you meet her, it was amazing. And you know, I think she doesn't get enough credit on No Limit as much as she was like the first lady of No Limit. There was a couple other, you know, ladies on No Limit, but she was the first one that held it down for a crew of bunch of, you know,
Soldiers.
New Orleans soldiers, you know what I'm saying? And so for her to hold her own, I feel like that's what, to me, made No Limit kind of be a little bit ahead of that. I don't know any female rappers on Cash Money other than Nicki Minaj on Young Money. I can't think of anybody they had at the early onset where Mia X was at the beginning of it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about pen and pixel graphics, Mia X. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like No Limit held it down based off what she was doing at the verses. Like Jada with the locks.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? She held it down and said, okay,
And
I got
gorgeous.
y'all.
She's beautiful, by the way. You know, you would think Mia X, like you said, you know, she's around the soldiers, so you would think she's kind of rough. Man, she is rough, but she's a beautiful woman. So yeah, man, I just had to add that there. You know, she got a more of a stunning look in person. It's crazy. We talk about this all the time. I don't know, maybe Phil Mob, but yeah, that would be a good question for y'all.
I don't know, man. Chris Brown?
James, bro.
That'll be short.
I think it's for the fans to feel like who Nappy Roots would be good against. We're working on our 10th album right now. So we do have a catalog, and we do have some hits under our belt that are to be reckoned with during that era. I think the verses is about the era, the person, and their catalog. And you can't put Jordan against LeBron per se, because Kobe's in the middle. And for Nappy Roots, we're multi-generational. We've been doing this for over 20 years, so there's moments of Nappy Roots that you'll have. Say you got all non-po folks, but you also got Good Day. But then after Good Day in that era, with the Humdinger, you got the 40 Acres trilogy. And so we have moments of greatness in our career that if you can span 20-something plus years, find us a group that has that. Because not a lot of groups have made it 20 plus years and still together. I would say Goody Mob, if anything, and I would hate to go against Goody Mob.
Yeah, 2 different eras too. So people probably would like to see a Nappy Roots versus Goody Mob, but I don't think that would be a good versus.
We would win. Nah, CeeLo, T-Mo, Cujo, Gip. We did a project with them, not with them, but with Organized Noise, Nappy.org. Cujo was there most part, checking us out. Backbone, he's on our project, Nappy for Life. So we have relatives. They would be our country cousins if I would have said Organized Noise and Dungeon Family. They would be like the country cousins of the Country Boys, Nappy Roots. So just to go hang out at a friendly reunion, us play our music back and forth. That's how I would do if we did a versus with Organized or Goody Mob. I would just say, yeah, let's go grill, you know, bring some fish, put it on the grill, and just play our music back to back. To make it this long, it's a lot of jokes and a lot of honesty and a lot of forgiveness and a lot of patience, because it is a group, and you know, some people are late, some people are early, some people will say what they mean immediately, some people will hold it back and wait till the right time. Some people will, you know, let you in their front door, and some people won't even let you in it. Can't nobody come to my house, but everybody can come to Scale's house. You know what I'm saying? So we're all brothers and family. But throughout the highs and the lows, and we even lost 2 members, you know, and those two members really, you know, could have devastated the group if we weren't going in the same direction as a whole. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a lot of just communication and love.
Yeah.
You know, we're all uncles to each other's kids. You know, when someone's going, you know, in a different direction, we'll bring them back in. When someone's having a good day, someone will make fun of them and bring them back down to the reality of what they are. You know, like, you know, we had a thing back in the day called humble pie. And every now and then you got to eat a slice to just be back in reality. And so we'll keep you where you are so you're not, you know, out there on a tangent. And I think communication, love, understanding, and patience is a lot of what has made us who we are. And just to be one of the best groups in hip hop, in order to be one of the best groups, you got to still be a group. And a lot of groups didn't make it to becoming the best because they didn't even make it as a group.
Pursuit of Nappyness, one fact is that's the first time we worked or recorded with 808 Blake, who's now pretty much our full producer and executive producer. We did a song, it was called PON, yeah, PON, Pursuit of Nappyness was the song. And it kind of set a tone that we just built on and continued to work together. And I like that album a lot, man. We was in a certain place, we were trying to figure things out. We was just coming off of the Humdinger album, which had Good Day on it. And we was just trying to top that. We was trying to make the best music we could. Some of us was in Kentucky, some was in Atlanta. And so we was just putting it all together, and it kind of set the tone for the next few projects, man. But Pursuit of Nappyness, go check that out.
40 Akrez Project, that was my first, I had produced for them on Pursuit of Nappyness, and I didn't even know that was 5 years prior to 40 Akrez Project. But anyways, the 40 Akrez Project was I don't even know how to describe it. It was, they were coming off of working with nappy.org and just kind of looking for an infusion of something new and different. And at that time I was producing in Atlanta, and so there's a lot of stories and a lot of ideas came from just being in the studio every day. And there's also a time in Atlanta where there was I don't know what you call it. It was a weird thing happening in Atlanta where it was a new sound and all these new artists were coming in and out. And we just kind of, we worked on that for what, 2 years?
Yeah.
2 years, we literally every day we'd go to the studio with some Red Stripes and some vodka and hope, a little bit of hope.
Is that what we call it?
That's what we call it. We'll call it
the new drugs.
We'll call it hope.
They call it hope now?
And we would, you know, and it was, I started touring with them as well. And as I'm touring, I'm hearing all these stories. Just, you know, you sit in the car and you're sitting in the van and you listen to things and ideas start coming in. So we just started formulating this project over a 2-year period. And it really kind of injected some new life in a new direction of where we were going with things. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's been 10 years. I mean, as this gray hair will show, it's been I've learned a lot from them over these last years, and we've been able to make 5 more other albums after that. Yeah. And I'm proud. It's one of my more proud moments as a producer, and you know, and a friendship and bond was formed after that as well.
And it was the first time we took Blake on the road.
Almost died
He
multiple
almost
times.
died a few times out there. So this project
count
almost
3.
didn't come out.
I count 3.
First,
Blake almost got hit by a train the first day.
Day one, I almost got hit by a train.
He was looking back and Scale said, look alive, Blake.
Said,
And then the train said, right in front of his face.
and, you know,
He was that close.
yeah, I didn't. All I saw was that white light. The train was white, right by my nose, and I was like, man, I almost died. And you know, from there, I'm like, all right, at least they won't let me die. So that's something. That's a real bond you have.
Yeah, right.
Well, but bring up the time you ate that hot dog we told you not to eat coming from Wyoming.
Oh yeah, I ate a corn dog coming from the gas station after the Falcons were going to the Super Bowl. This is 2017, and boy,
Through a snowstorm.
Man, don't ever eat a corn dog out of a random gas station.
Even the lady at the cash register, she looked at him like,
She said, "Don't do it."
Sure you want
And I was
she
like,
did
man.
like that probably.
I said the Falcons won. I don't care. And it should have been a 5-hour trip. It took us 12.
You kept throwing up.
We stopped every hour.
And we left him in Denver where the train
Yeah.
almost hit him. It's
Yeah.
funny how it went full circle.
It
bro.
really is. So yes, I have given my life more times than not. So
Dedicated.
Dedication is real. Love that.
Man, I mean, we do that song every show since 2002, hundreds of shows a year, and it never gets old. It's still fun to perform that song. So, I mean, it's a blessing. Shout out to Groove Chambers. Shout out to Jazzy Faye. You know, they made that record possible, and it never gets old.
Yeah, I remember doing David Letterman, Jay Leno, Conan. You know, doing that song put us there, and it's, you know, I just remember the nerves that we had. I think David Letterman was the first. You know, the curtains closed, and we rehearsed it where the whole band starts right when I start my verse. And, you know, I just remember us being nervous, like, this is it, man. We're on national TV, performing in front of David Letterman, performing in front of everybody. The whole Bowling Green is back home watching, you know, and I just remember everybody was nervous, including Jazzy Faye.
I wasn't nervous, but Jazzy was very nervous.
I was very nervous because it was all on me from the jump. Like, my first song was like 48 bars. And if we didn't hit it right, the crowd was there, you know, it was live pretty much. So that song has done a lot for us, man. It's taken us all over the world.
What if you'd have threw up? I really just did that shit.
I almost did.
My first movie.
I just like, this is it, man. I knew the words, like, you know,
right, now
I've
you
been saying it forever, but it was like to start it right on my verse, man.
That's pressure,
and when
man.
it came on, I knew my brothers was behind me, and it was on.
Yeah.
It was on. All the nerves left, and
it's pressure.
Here's a fun fact. Here's a fun fact. That was one of the last few songs that we done for the album. You know, Heads Up, All Now, Blowing Trees.
Yeah.
Those were like the last few songs. But when All Now was sent into the label, they was all of a sudden they was like, yeah.
We were on the shelf. We were on the shelf for 3 years. Yeah.
And we worked that song for a whole year, for real, before anybody ever heard it or saw the video. And one more thing. Shout out to Indianapolis, because that was the first time I heard that song in the club. And at that period of time, Ja Rule was the hottest thing in the world. And his record came on, the club went crazy. Then the DJ spun Nappy Roots All Night, and it went up a notch. And I was like, these people don't even know who we are. The song had just came out, so that's a memory I'll never forget. Indianapolis, thank y'all for breaking Nappy Roots. That was up.
Well, for the most part, it's classified, but I can let you know that we do have, this is our second shot at Nappy for Life. We did Nappy for Life Part 1 about a year and a half ago. And we're working on Nappy for Life Part 2. But on this one, it probably has the most features that we've ever had on the project. And just because when we started, it was 6 of us, and there was no room for anybody else to hop on it, because why we give up a verse to someone else when there's already 4 or 5 guys fighting to get on the song? But because we have a little bit more maturity time, we're trying to just kind of give ourselves grace, but still work with people that we are fans of. We have a song with Trinidad James called Chitlin Circuit coming out this year. It'll be dropping in November. I don't want to date this interview, whatever, but it's dropping this year. We have a song with Petey Pablo and Fabo. We have a song with Big Crit, and we have a song with Grip, who's from Atlanta as well. So we're bringing fun. 808 Blake is executive producing the project, and it allows us to be who we are in the age that we are, going through the things that we're going through as, older versions of ourselves, in a sense. We speak on All Now when we were in college. You know, you speak on, PON when we were independent, trying to figure it out after we had success with Good Day. And then now, just again, working with 808 Blake and just really getting into our stride, just having fun with life and being cool with saying some things that a lot of artists probably not even cool with saying. Nothing crazy or nothing, but I think with maturity comes grace and patience and just another level of vocabulary. We're saying things that don't necessarily rhyme together. I think Nappy Roots has always been kind of unique in that way. As we rap, like, they're saying something that no one's ever said, and it sounds kind of cool. So we're taking that and just putting, gasoline to that fire, and we're just having fun being who we are, but we're comfortable in our skin and comfortable being around each other and growing, into a legacy act that we are as Nappy Roots. And legacy is catalog, It's our 10th album. And you will be lucky as an artist to have 10 projects that you have under your belt that you stay true to yourself, true to your fans, and true to what the universe has allowed you to be. And I think that's what we are representing in this second extension, I would say, of Nappy for Life, which is part 2.
It's crazy because like this new project is, now that I think about it, has the same approach we took with the 40 Acres Project, where slow cooking it, you know what I mean? Like it ain't no rush to do anything, but we tinker and toy with it. We listen. I'm sure there will be some ideas that just come off being on this boat that will play into how we finish it and put it all together. So it's been good. Like it's been one of the more organic projects we've done in the last few years of just tinkering and toying, and like when there's no real rush to do anything, you can really take your time. So I'm excited for people to hear it, and I think everybody should enjoy it. It's got all the elements of Nappy Roots that I think everybody will like.
You follow us at nappyroots.com on all the social media platforms, Facebook, the TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. We got albums for sale. We got vinyls. We got like we were saying earlier, the 10th anniversary, 40 Acres. We got the Nappy for Life on vinyl for all the vinyl heads.
Go to the Nappy Roots page. Go to See Atlantucky's page. Follow that. You follow me at KY Buffalo, Nappy Scales, Skinny DeVille, Ron Clutch, and 808 Blake. Keep it happy.
Atlantucky is our brewery. Make sure you come down to Atlanta, get you some good beer. We make beer too, if you didn't know that. So if you're in Atlanta, come drink some and eat some. We got some. I put our pizza up with anybody's pizza that want to say they can make pizza.
Best pizza in the world.
We make great food, but we also make great beer. So if you're in Atlanta and you buy Mercedes-Benz, the Dome, come to Atlantucky.
Atlantucky.com.
170 Northside Drive.